Today's January 31st, and today's quote is a question. How do you want to serve Kṛṣṇa? You must know, what special gifts do you have? What inspires you the most? As Prabhupada often said, how do you want to serve Kṛṣṇa? Get specific. We've talked about this before, and one of the things that sometimes blocks devotees from asking this question is because they think it's selfish. And we talked about this, I believe, around January 9th or 10th or 11th or 12th, about how any service that you do, you have to make sacrifices for. There's so much room not to be selfish, even if it's something that you want to do, because there's difficulties and challenges in doing anything. And the other point we made, and I want to make it more clear now, is if you have specific talents, those talents are gifts given to you by Kṛṣṇa. So you should not neglect using those gifts. Sometimes devotees think, well, I really like to do this, so I'm not going to do it because I really like it, and it'll just be sense gratification. Not necessarily is doing something you like sense gratification. Sense gratification is gratifying your senses, which have no connection to Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So if by Kṛṣṇa's grace there's an important service that you could do because you do it well, and you have the talent, and you like to do that service, and that service can produce results that we need to spread Kṛṣṇa consciousness, then by all means you should do the service. It's a total win-win situation. You like it, you'll be inspired, the movement needs it. So what we find is when a devotee finds a particular service that inspires them, then they do very well in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Prabhupada himself said, if the devotees are happily engaged, then their sadhana will get better, because they'll be inspired in their service, and then that will spill over into their sadhana, and they'll be inspired in their sadhana. They'll get out of bed looking forward to another day of doing some service that is super inspiring, super enlivening, very much connected with who they are as people, very much connected to what they would be doing even if they weren't devotees. We don't want people to leave our movement so they can go out and do something that's their nature because they couldn't do it within ISKCON. That can happen. So we want to be able to facilitate everyone's service. So don't feel guilty when you think about what your service is, what you can do best, what you like to do, what your nature is. Because really what Bhagavad Gita is teaching is you find your nature and you engage that in Krishna service. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, if a leader is telling you, we need you to do this, and you say, no, my nature is to do that, that can become a problem, because you're needed to do service at this particular time and place and circumstance, and you should do that. But in the long range, or the broader scheme of things, everyone needs to gravitate towards that area where they can be most satisfied, productive, and inspired. And that's a great way to end the month.